New viewers, welcome. Old viewers, welcome back. It's the finale of the Ligier LMP3 series in Project Cars 2, or should I say Projet Cars 2, because we are heading to Le Mans for the final race of the season. It's the 6th race, and we have 6 drivers. Let's jump over to the Project Cars 2 app for SRS. Show the sim. No, not show the sim. I want to show my whole screen. Where's my whole screen? There it is. Boop. Only the most professional streaming. All right, here we go. Enrique, the man himself. Gene, back from suspension. Pavel Kuzmierik, who has been the top time human of the last couple of races, even beating many of the AI cars. In fact, I think he finished, what, 2nd, 3rd, something like that, in the race at Hockenheim. Let's review the standings. We've only had 2 official racings, the one at Daytona and the one at Totally Not Suzuka. So we seem to be almost alternating in terms of official races versus AI races. And I don't seem to be able to see the AI races in the app, which is too bad. Among the humans, Gene is actually leading the series with an 89 at Daytona and a 92 at Sakito. 55 points for me at Daytona after the wreck on lap 1 basically took me out, and then I completely freaked out and couldn't get anywhere. And then a 95 at Sakito. That was a good race for me. Zhuhai and Hockenheim, not so much. But we're at Le Mans tonight. Car feels good. Car is very fun to throw around in there. It's an interesting course. I've never really tried it before setting up this series. But we'll see how it goes. So Gene and Enrique are actually tied for the lead in the series, with Powell only 2 points behind. So this is going to be good. Oh, and Dave Hasser and I are tied for 4th at 150. And this race will be official. We have 6 drivers registered for the race, and the join button is on. So we're going to look for the window. And we don't have an IP address, so we're going to close the window. We're going to reopen the window. Here we go. Press to enter. Join. Nope. All right, let's close that. We're going to shut down Steam. We're going to bring Steam back up. We're going to close the ads. We're going to bring back not content manager, dummy. Oh my goodness. Wrong game. Press to enter. Join the race. There we go. There's my IP address for this race server. All right, so if you've ever had trouble getting into one of these races, that's what you're going to have to do. Totally restart Steam. And get yourself in there. And, of course... Oh! OBS. Finally working. Finally working with Project Cars 2 again. It's a miracle on ice. Or something. We're going to browse on... actually, we are going to... Yeah, we're going to browse online. We're going to look for Sim Racing System 1. And we are going to find it. You've been disconnected. Okay. Let's try this one more time. My Steam ID is correct. Yeah, my name is correct. Here it is. And now I'm in. This is so wacky. Join. We're going to select a livery that is suitably orange. Wait, is today the 15th? Might as well pick number 15, right? 15 this time. Select. So I've been having issues with the wheel and pedals. So the Logitech software had an update last week and screwed up the pedal mapping. And Project Cars 2 can't figure it out, so I had to fix that earlier in practice. Also, I find that I'm having to recalibrate the wheel itself every time I restart PC2. So we're going to see how that goes. Hoping I don't have to go through that again tonight. Whoops, what's that? Still a little temperamental. So let's see if we can wait 5 more minutes. Give Jean and Enrique and the 6th person. All right, let me get on Discord. There we go. Jean's in, Enrique's in. We got our 6. All right, we are good to go. Now, let's see if my wheel is calibrated correctly, or if I have to redo that again. And waste even more qualifying time. Weather forecast in France tonight is clear, but it is 3 in the morning. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Ready. Wheel is good, and it is pouring down rain. What? Lies and falsehoods. All right. Return to pit box. Pit strategy. No, not pit strategy. What am I thinking? Setup. Edit setup. We're going to go to wet tires. And we're going to leave everything else alone. Wait. Nope, it didn't save. Done. Save. New setup. Wet. Weather forecast was clear when I was in practice, like 20 minutes ago. All right, wipers are here. Good. Oops. Grid penalty for speeding in pit lane. Fantastic. Because that's a thing. What? You gotta be kidding me. It tosses you out of the race if you don't get out of the pits fast enough? Well, alright, there's a turn here. Gotta get some grit on the tires, make them grip better, you know. You know the drill. I did get a little bit of practice in tonight, so at least I know where the track goes. Game looks amazing. I don't think you're disqualified from the race, Gene. I think you're just removed from quali. That was dramatic. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a car behind me, wasn't there? Oh, a little bit too enthusiastic on the throttle there. Oopsie, need a little bit more brake there. Whoopsie! Nope, that's the lap. Oh, it didn't. Whoopsie! Whoopsie daisy. That's not the mine. Oh, hey, I just realized I do not have Jim and Claire on board. Let's get them hooked up with private cars too.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Track is clear. Let's get out there and set another lap, shall we? Oopsie! Need to go a little bit further than that. Might need to go to second in the rain here. Whoop! Need to brake more for this. Alright, let's do this now. Game face.
P4.
I have no actual good laps yet.
You're locking your right front going into La Chapelle. Your right side tyres are cold. You're locking your left front into the Musée.
Well, if this thing showed corner names, that would mean more to me, Jim.
Seeing right front locking into Garage Vert. The guy behind has just done a 145.18. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. The leader's just done a 140.83. You're locking your right front into Garage Bleu. Okay, Pasha, you're locking up your fronts a lot.
Well, it's raining, Jim.
You're locking your fronts into Racodemont. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Sector 3 is 1.5 off the pace.
It's a shame this is in the wet. I was doing pretty well in the dry in practice. There we go. Softly, softly. Ooh, it's getting wet now. That's what she said. Lost 0.6 there, but still ahead. Ouch. Well, I'm starting last.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. You're locking your left front going into Gemino Burr. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
There we go.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
If I can just put one decent lap together, I'll be good to go. Whoopsie, oopsie, oopsie, come on.
Sector 1 is 1.2 seconds off the pace.
Jeez. There we go. Basically drive around like you can't put any pressure on the brake pedal.
Fastest lap for David, 138.35.
Dang it. there's definitely
Good luck. That's your
a
best in the session. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. Checkered flag, P4.
there's like a caste system here of good drivers and then also here's. Oh, I need third, darn it. Can I get one more lap in? Hit a puddle there. No. Ah, threw away the lap. Womp womp. And I get penalized 2 grid places for breaking the speed limit in the pits because I forgot that's a thing because I don't play this game enough.
20 minutes, P5.
I'm okay with this setup. I'm not gonna do any better than that. I'm good. Setup. Let's go with gas. 18 laps in 20 minutes. That seems... yeah, whatever. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm good. It's fine. Whatever. This is a just for fun, try a thing. Looks like I'm going to be in my own little clique here with Enrique and Gene, which is fine. While the fast boys drive away from us.
P5, 20 minutes.
Here we go.
Okay, Pasha, get ready. Go, go, go.
Car right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Just gonna find my way through here.
Your start's okay. We can build something from this.
Look at how gorgeous this game is. Seriously. Driving at night in the rain. LMP3s. Not getting a lot of overtake opportunities.
On your left, clear left.
David is now in the lead.
Oopsie.
Car left,
Powell taking a penalty there.
Looks like P6 has gone off in Racodemont.
clear left.
P4.
Oh, jeez! Insta-death there. That curb was lethal. I touched the paint and around it went. Welcome to the rain. That was hilarious.
You're locking your fronts going into La Chapelle. You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 0.7.
Alright, let's catch Gene here.
Okay, Pasha, don't let this guy distract you.
That spin was just instant. Where you going, man?
Left side. Car left. Clear left.
Nice pass.
Gonna make this thing a little wide.
You're locking up your fronts a lot. You're locking your right front into Racodemont. You've just done a 144.
Just not touch the paint again. Not even gonna go for 6th here. Ooh, conditions are deteriorating. Interesting little gliding slide through there. This is nuts. Whoa! I don't think this is a 3rd gear corner anymore.
Alright, Pasha, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Your lap time was 142.19. That's your best lap in this session.
Oh no!
Your right tyres are cold.
Well, you know it is 50 degrees here, Jim. It'd be nice to catch Enrique.
Going into Garage Vert. P4.
I'd be happy with that. Is the rain letting up, or am I just going slower? Get locked onto the
gap
curb.
behind is now 0.6.
Whoa! Got a huge run on me this lap.
Seen right front locking into La Chapelle. Don't let this guy intimidate you. He's faster than you into Le Musée.
Oh, this is tense. There we go. That'll do. I need to round off those corners more.
You're locking your right front going into Racodemont.
That's better.
That was a 140.66.
Still way off practice pace, but it is raining now. No, 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 don't. Well, just threw all that away. Here we are again. Oh no!
On your right. Still there. Clear right. Right side. Hold your line.
Gonna let
Clear
it go.
right.
Oh!
On your left. Clear left.
Whoopsie daisy.
You're locking your right front into Garage Vert.
Well, this is an interesting little dance, isn't it?
Okay, Pasha, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Stay focused. We're still in this. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
I guess he's just braking harder and later
142.80.
and catching me up here in the turns. I mean, I would believe it if my line was terrible.
The gap behind's increased to 1.4 seconds.
Car's not turning anymore. It's
You're
getting
looking your left front, braking for La Chapelle.
getting very slick up there. Uh-oh. And here. That battle cost me in my chase of Henrique. But it was fun. That's why we're here. Oh. I'm really glad I have my G29 now. Can't imagine how much racket the driving force would have been making by now.
Seeing right front locking into Racodemont. That was a 140.71.
Are we at halfway yet? This feels like it's been going on for a while. Where's the corner? There it is. I need more downforce. Although, in these low-speed corners, I don't know how much it would have helped. Oh, those are just his headlights off the bridge. That's disappointing. I mean, good for him, he hasn't binned it, but bad for me, he hasn't binned it. Uh-oh, there's chat, and I haven't seen it yet. Oh, locking it up. Ah, F1 2018, good times. Welcome, Chuck. This is fun. This is a good race. Silly and terrifying and not very fast, but fun. Throwing a prototype around in the rain. Uh-oh, somebody's off.
Incident in the Muse. We think it might be Alves.
The boss is in the grass. Ending us on the podium would be neat. Even though that means, oh geez, we'll be finishing in the half field.
You're locking your right front going into Garage Vert.
It is still wet out here.
To go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together.
And I immediately almost bin it. Oh man, this is tough.
Seeing right front locking into Garage Bleu. The gap to David ahead is increasing. It's now 16 seconds. P3.
I'm surprised it's only 16 seconds, to be honest.
All right, Pasha, you've got half your fuel left.
Pavel's back. Uh-oh, too hot, too hot, too hot. Oh. Did I cut him off? I hope I didn't. Where'd he go? Did he spin?
P5 has been to
Oh no. I hope I didn't cause that. It is very slippery over there now. The rain has accumulated on the course. It's one of the things about project cars too. It's like it's not just raining. It's starting to affect the condition of the track's surface as well. It forms puddles. It forms slick spots. You can hit a patch of water and just die and not know what happened. If you hit one of these painted curbs, you're suddenly going the other way.
That was 142.25.
If you can push past all the wackiness in the technical side and having to reconfigure your controller half the time, and the integration with SRS is still very much in its infancy, but if you can push past all that and get to the racing...
You're outside track limits there.
It's pretty great. And I don't know the level of effort it must have taken for Enrique to integrate an app with this game and make it work out at all. So the fact that it does, I mean, I imagine is pretty
just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Pretty hard won, you know. We're now ending the second season of... Oh, geez, there's a puddle there still, and it's getting worse. I really need to be on the right side of the track, don't I? That's what I was just saying. That puddle is now a lake. Corners that were third gear are now middle or bottom of second. Oh, Enrique is here. I thought that was Pavel behind me, but Enrique is here to reclaim third, maybe? Let's see if we can make this a good battle.
Looks like P5's gone off in Dunlop curve.
What's up, man? I'm racing in the rain. Not very artfully. But Project Cars 2 is pretty great. Oh, this is scary. Let's avoid the puddle.
You're locking your right front into...
Do you see that? The puddle is all the way across the track now. This is a really great course. Aha! I guess this is the last lap. And of course the race complete banner is covering my gear indicator. Don't go full send, don't go full send. Did he hit me?
Well done, Pasha. Great drive. That's a
Greasy hairpins. Did the did the person who runs SRS just rear end me? The final corner? Protest. Protest. Beer indicator. Well, that's still sitting at 0 right now. I need to go fix that. Don't drink and drive even virtually. Well, squeaked out a podium there. That was a good time. Oh, man. That was hilarious. Let's save that replay. I believe Powell is the host. Stunts while drinking port. Hey, port's a good choice. And it is raining, so as you know, any port in a storm. Oh man, that was fun. Vote to start. Can we do this again? Never give up the dad jokes. Alright. Yes, I'm going to leave the online lobby. We're going to go to... What was it? My profile? Yeah. Let's see this again, for those of us who just joined. So we're racing in the rain at Le Mans Bugatti, which is the smaller road course inside the Cirque de la Sarthe. I am in the orange, of course, number 15. And away we go. It's fun. It was fun. Well, let's take a look at it. I don't think I ever actually binned it. I had a couple of close calls, but I basically just hung back and took it slow and steady and waited for people to fall away, and 3 people did. So, you know, it just kind of worked out. Man, this game looks amazing. Look at that. Rain on the trackside cameras as well. Let's see if anybody's in this one. Yes. Oh, but I can't click off. Hey guys.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, Pasha?
I'm just watching a little bit of replay. So I practiced like less than an hour before the race, and the forecast was clear. And then I get into the session, and oh, it's pouring down rain.
Yeah. Yeah, I did some practice too, and it was clear, so I'm kind of surprised it switched over to light rain, but oh well.
Yeah. It was, oh, I think this is the lap where I'm side by side with Gene, I want to say. And I hit the paint on the inside of this corner, and the car just goes whoop. Look at that. See if we can get back to this. Yeah. See if we can get a better view of this from the car. Not onboard. Roof cam? No, chase cam. There we go. Can I get a wider field of view? No, not really. But here we go. I just touch the painted curb and around it goes. And then I'm sliding. Oh, look at this. Look at this game. That is the shadow of... oh, I just exited the stupid replay by right-clicking. Oh, Project Cars 2, why is your interface so dumb? Yeah, 7.3 from the French judge. What's up, Enrique? That was really fun. That was one of the races where you get to see what Project Cars 2 can be. That was really great. So let's get back through the first lap. Yeah, we can't click the laps, and if you press the wrong button, the replay gets interrupted. But, you know, that's the way it is. Let's get back to lap 2 here. Also, when you're fast-forwarding, you can't silence the cars, and it's cartoon cars. But, yeah, so here's me. I think this is... Yeah, this is me and Gene. Lap 2. I'll go to the chase cam again. And I just touch the paint. I just touch the paint on the inside, and... and around it goes. Somehow managed to keep it off the wall. Gene gets me back. And, yeah, the sound of the cars is not fantastic, but they drive... They're fun to drive. Really like them. Yeah, if you've ever been to one of the IMSA Prototype Challenge races or one of the ELMS races where they have the LMP3s running, they sound fantastic. They have these massive V8s in the back, and they just sound so good. Not quite the rib-rattling thunder of the Corvette GTEs, but it's a very satisfying noise. And Project Cars 2 doesn't quite capture that. Yeah, I can't believe I held the thing off the wall. I just kind of parade. I think the track was so slick that when the slide started, I just kept going in like a line, like a ray from the origin point. Here's where I get Gene back. He's leaving room for me on the inside, and I just kind of sneak on through. Powell was also exerting pressure, and somehow I managed to keep him behind me. I don't know how you change. Oh, boink! I don't think he actually touched me there. Yeah. It really does look. I mean, look at this. It's got a little bit of the sort of over-crisp video gamey aspect, but I mean, you've got nighttime, you got rain, you got lights all over the track, reflections off the cars, reflections off the water, off the pavement. It looks so good. I kind of like it this way. This is such a satisfying third gear corner in the dry. And in this race, I was just like fearing for my life every time. The spray off the back of the cars. It's just amazing. Now I want to go back to Powell's car to see what it looked like from his point of view. My goodness. Oh, there's my other mishap going through the hairpin, but I managed to gather it back up. There's Enrique in front of us, up there. So this is in Pavel's car giving us chase, and Gene is not far behind. Let's see how much trouble I gave Pavel. He was so patient this whole time. Thank you, sir, for not just punting me into oblivion. Like, it would have been so easy to do, especially like, oops, I missed my brake point, bonk, you know. Whether intentionally or on purpose, no one would have questioned it. Or brake checking me yet. Gene, you're still salty about that iRacing race earlier tonight, huh? I can't believe that guy. Oh, he got locked in. The funny thing is, look at this curb right here. If you manage to get one wheel on either side of this curb, it's like you're on a rail. You're just like locked in, and you just have to ride it out till the end, and then you get back on track. So he drops back here. Yeah, right after the hairpin, there was a puddle that was growing every lap. And it was amazing. Like, one time I took an exit out of the hairpin wide and hit that puddle and was like, oh, God. But then by the end of the race, it was reaching all the way across the track. You just had to go, you know, slow in, fast out. Definitely applies, except it's like crawl in and slow out. Yeah, if this is what AMS2 is, like, imagine this engine, how good it looks already. Like, this is what, when did this come out? 2017? 2016, 2017-ish? This engine looks great. If they can get the content from this game and AMS, I know that's a stretch, but, you know, AMS has some really cool, quirky stuff in it, and Project Cars 2 has all kinds of cool cars in it. And all I ask is actual custom livery support instead of just having one and not being able to see anybody else's, because what the heck's the point? Improve the UI, because I hate clicking the wrong button and getting kicked out of things. Actually, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just, you know, livery and mod support. Those are the big ones. And quit using the wheel buttons to control stuff. I hate the fact that pushing the push to talk button was going to kick me out of the stream now, or kick me out of the replay. Ooh, I took the braking point for this corner so early, and Pavel was just up my tailpipe every time. Woo! Oh, going to the inside, showing the nose. I was like, nah, not having it. New wheel, new me. Yes, definitely. The G29 definitely helped. Oh, none of the telemetry comes through, so he's driving around in neutral. That's a trick. Yeah, the G29 is definitely preferable for this race. I was sawing at it pretty well, and I can only imagine the whiny straight gear noises that the DF would have been making. There's those ghost shadows again. I don't know what that's about. This was a really good battle with Powell. It was tense a couple of times. He was following me when we passed Enrique on the inside of the whatever turn that is. I don't know any of the corner names. Excuse me. I don't mean to sound bored by my own race. I'm definitely not. This was super fun. Look at the reflection. You got the reflection of the lights from the grandstands in the water on the road. Look at this. Just indulge me for a moment. Look at that. Look at this. The glitter of the lights from the grandstands in the water on the road. Nothing else looks like this. You know the video that Jimmy Broadband made about Project Cars 2? It's like, when it gets it right, this game really gets it right. It just looks so good. Oh man, he almost had me here. But such respect. Look at this, 2x2 in the rain at night. Oh yeah, the water beating on the windshield and rolling up. The line of water around where the wipers... So he gets me here, but then goes wide, and I'm like, see ya. And I just get him right back. And there's the puddle. Oh, that was a good corner. Go back and... Well, I saw it from my car earlier. But yeah, that was a good view. It was like, yes, I got him, and then he ran wide. I'm like, yay. Flight Sim 2020. Eh. Never really been into flight sims. I don't know. I mean, I like airplanes, but I've never really dreamt of flying one. Oh yeah, the water on the windshield in fact changes color to refract the light of things that are in front of you. That's incredible. How good is this game? Oh, I gotta get all the peripherals. Yes, I gotta build myself a $10,000 cockpit in the corner of my basement. You know, one of my friends, one of the guys in that gaming group that I was in had that game for Xbox, Steel Battalion. Does anybody remember Steel Battalion? It was this game that came out for Xbox. It was a, like, Japanese humanoid mecha fighting game. And it came with this... It came with, like, a cockpit that you had to assemble. Like, you couldn't play it with the controller. You had to set up this, like, $200 cockpit that you then sat in, like a friggin' starship captain. And then you had to convince this thing to walk and load its, you know, raise its arms and whatever. And every time I went over to his house for game night, they would, you know, it'd be like, hey, let's drag out Steel Battalion. And by the time we got it all set up, you know, we could be like, go through the first stage of the first mission and everybody's there for the game. And it's like, oh, all right, well, I guess we have to take it all down again. It would be interesting to adapt that to, like, a sim racing cockpit. Because, like you say, it has, like, a jillion buttons and toggle switches and random crap. And it cost, like, $200. Like, just that game. You couldn't play it with a controller. You had to buy the whole thing and put it together. Some assembly required. And the game was hard. Like, it was like it tried to be like a realistic, you know, mech warrior fighting sim. And you can kind of imagine how difficult that would be in real life, and the game was hard. Like, I don't know if we ever got past, like, the second mission in that game, because it was so hard. We just constantly got killed. But yeah, anyway, meandering. Like, yeah, well, I don't really have the space and time and budget, especially since I'm still trying to figure out where my next budget is going to come from. But anyway, yeah, that was cool. Steel Battalion, if you can find it cheap in a used game store somewhere, and still have a working Xbox, because God knows if you could hook that up to even a 360, you know, with all the next-gen console compatibility issues. Who knows if you could even try to hook it up. $1,300. Well, you can't find it. You can't find it new. It's, you know, what is it, like 15 years old at this point? And if the thing works, you know, it's like finding a pristine PS2. But yeah, it's funny. That was the only person I'd ever known who bothered to buy that thing. And then, like, randomly in conversation, I was talking to my neighbor, who's a big video game guy, about Steel Battalion. He's like, "Oh yeah, I have that game." I'm like, really? You're the second person I've ever met who actually bought that thing. Oh, here's Enrique's spin. I want to see what happened here. Let's jump up here. You just hit a puddle, curb, something like that. And cutting in. And yep, just hit the throttle and around it went. Got it off the track. But then here we were not far behind. And alright, so it's a 3-car battle now. Oh wow, yeah, I mean it's got to be getting late. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, it'd be fun to have, like, there was more of that kind of stuff in the arcades back in the 80s and 90s, like the video games that had their own, like, cabinets, or, like, not cockpits, but like sit-in. I remember there was one. There was a pole position machine in one of the local arcades here that was set up almost like a sim cockpit. It was enclosed, it had the screen like super close to your face. It had a real wheel and pedals. It was really neat. I mean, it was still Atari pole position. But it had this, you know, reclined seat and everything. It was really, yeah, well, the Daytona machines. There's like a Chuck E. Cheese around here that still has some of the old Daytona machines, a quartet of them. Daytona, you know. Yeah, I used to play that a lot. It's such a, you know, you want to talk about arcade. That was a great game. Not in the least bit realistic physics, but it was certainly a fun game. So here's it. Whoops-a-daisy. So I guess that's why Pavel stopped chasing me. He did, in fact, spin it there in the hairpin. So, hang on. I was worried about whether I caused this incident. Let's see. Did he just not brake as hard as I did? I think he just got ambitious. Yep, he got ambitious, got on the throttle, and around he went. Meanwhile, I was just kind of coasting through there like, please don't spin, please don't spin, please don't spin. And off I went into the distance. Alright, so we'll jump now to Enrique's car, because he chases me down at the end here. We got 4.5 minutes to go in the race. Yeah. Enrique, he's seriously, like, I don't know how he caught me up so well in this last couple of laps. I was just kind of tooling around, like, I just don't want to fly off the side of the track, please. The rain sounds like hail. Jeez, this was a scary race. I love the look of that, the lights from the track shining through the droplets on the windshield, and you can see the arc of water accumulated by the tip of the windshield wiper. Just like little tiny details, and the lighting, and the shade, and the reflections, and the look of the cars, the look of the clouds. You know, this is pretty cool. Why aren't more people playing this game on SRS? Why? Look at it! Gaze upon it! Oh, that's where I hit the puddle. Oh, this is where I lost all the time, because I hit that puddle and had to stop here. The Bugatti course is really fun, especially in these cars. Like, in the dry, I was just throwing this car through every corner. Just recklessly, and it would just stick and whew, around. Well, if you, I don't know if this game was still on sale, but it was pretty steeply discounted a couple of weeks ago. It's not anymore. Ah, poop. Yeah, this is my first race here. Well, that was one of my goals with this series. Was to pick a car and a track that a car and a selection of tracks that simply isn't available in AC. So that we could bring something to SRS that we literally could not do anywhere else. I don't think it's on Good Old Games. It's not old enough. In fact, I don't even think Project Cars 1 is on Good Old Games yet. Oh, it does have new games now? Well, what's the point? It's not GOG anymore, it's Gong? Good old and new games? Can't be good old games and have new games, it doesn't make sense. My brain, it hurts. These phantom puddles are spooky. Or phantom shadows that just pop, like that one. Like, what is that? Wallen gonga da bong bong. Ooh! Is this the last? I think this is the last lap. Oops, clicked off. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a video card thing or a settings thing or whatever, but... So do you actually bump me in this... Oh, wait, it's not this lap. Yeah, you actually hit me! Protest! Protest! Report! Who is this maniac giving me incident points? Oh, I felt it. I almost lost the car. Jeez. I had to laugh, though, because I knew it was you, and I knew you were catching me. Come through the corner. It's like, all I gotta do is hold this position. I just gotta hold this. And I was accelerating here. It's just, thunk. Oh, what do you do when the guy that runs the whole site knocks into the back of your car at the end of the race? Suspended. Yeah, it's good times. Lag spike, sure. There you go. Lag spike, different continents. I don't know. Is this? This has frame by frame, doesn't it? No, it's just super slow mo. I thought it had frame by frame. No? That's dumb. Oh no. Second from the right? Okay. This guy? That's play. And this is slow-mo. You're thinking of AC. AC has a frame-by-frame button. But this is fast-forward. This is slow, but not slow enough. Watch it back in full speed. Doink! Oh, it does freak out a little bit there, doesn't it? Of course, that was just my car jumping around. There we go. You have to multi-click these things to get any. There it is. All right. Oh, interesting. Maybe it was just lag. All right. Well, all right. It's all good. Oh, man. That's funny. Let's see. Let's get some focus in on the subject. Tracking speed. Whoopsie. Too much. There we go. I want to get some focus here. This doesn't seem to matter. Focus doesn't matter. Okay. Doot, 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 doot. Doot. There you go. Exhibit A. That's funny. Yeah. From my end, I just got whacked. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, in my spin, which I, of course, can't get back to. Oh, you can rewind all the way to the back of the race, but you can't fast forward to where you were. So let's, I was trying to comment on this at the time, and I'm going to turn this down because, oh my god, that's annoying. I'm going to spare you guys and mute my desktop audio while I fast forward. Because, my goodness, the car noises during fast forward are so annoying. Oh my god. On a public service and not make you listen to that. So here I am with Gene again. I'll bring the audio back just for kicks because I'm not in fast forward anymore. But here we go. I'm coming up here. I was like, feeling good about myself. Yeah, the lighting model in this thing is just fantastic. Can't wait for this in AMS2. The lights through the spray. So I hit this thing and I'm going around Let's go to, was it chase cam? Yeah, or roof cam? No, chase cam was where we saw it. And I need to be on myself. While Gene is still behind me, you actually see, whoop, you see the shadow of my car from Gene's headlights on the ground in real time through the rain. Just fantastic. And you know, the lights dancing off the grandstands and off the bridges and everything. I was following Enrique, and I could see his headlights bouncing off the bridges ahead of me, and I was like, oh, that's where he is. It's a really good game, and I'm, you know, I really hope we can get people on SRS to kind of push past the, oh, new thing, it's hard. I mean, the integration is still a little bit finicky, but you know, once you get through that and get into the race, it's really fun. So keep streaming, keep doing your part, you know, promote the idea. Yeah, I mean, if we do the sort of cliche GT3 or GT, I mean, we had GTE daily races this season, and I don't know if I saw anybody join them. I'm like even I just didn't have the time. But you know, we need just like a selection of absolute junk in Assetto Corsa next season to like drive people over here. Are there any like super junky cars in AC? We could do like, I don't know, things that nobody wants to drive. So it's like, oh fine, I'll play project cars too. I don't know, GTE cars are fun. They had it was the GTEs, the Skippies, and oh, you're talking about AC wasn't so hot? Well, you know, let's say that's popular. I like it. Although Sean, for some reason, picked this season to do like 3 updates to the car. I don't know if that was in response to it being on AC or if it was just happened that way. But yeah, that was challenging keeping up with the update schedule for the car. And every update seemed to do something. I mean, I don't want to badmouth somebody who's making mods for Assetto Corsa because that's why the game is still around. But I miss like version 1.4 of that car. Like every update seems to make things about it like more wacky and extreme and unmanageable, and I don't know. Well, it's not just AC showing its age. Like the handling of that car was better once, and now it's crazy. Like in the race at Red Bull Ring, I could hit the throttle in 3rd gear and the tires would light up. Like, just, you know, like that's, I know TCR cars are overpowered front-wheel drive things, but that seems a bit much. The GT3 series has been fun. I stank out loud at Road Atlanta. But yeah, it's a good selection of tracks. Not doing Nordschleife this weekend. Oh, is that where the US series is this week? Ugh. You know what I think I might do? And it's what I should have done Saturday night when I joined the Road Atlanta race. I was so tired. I was just completely exhausted before the race started on Saturday. And I'm like, it could still be fun. And I got into the race, and I just could not get my act together. I was just messing up left and right. I missed the start lights. I caused an incident right at the start line. I was that idiot that you complain about, you know? It's like every race has that one guy that's like a total dummy that you complain about that causes the incidents at the start and like can't get his act together and drive around. That was me on Saturday. I was so tired. I had no business joining that race. And but you know what I should have done, and I think I might do it at Nordschleife, is that I'll join the race just for the points, and I'll do my lap, and I'll just park and and just do commentary for the people who are actually driving fast, because I think that might be fun too. Just go out in like trackside mode, and like watch the battles, and like do commentary for the stream instead of watching me drive around Nordschleife and hit walls for 60 minutes, because nobody wants to see that. We should. We could do a start and park for the next 2.4 hour, and just do commentary on the SRS Discord chat. Just make that a stream. Oh, that's right. You don't have a 600 rating. Let's see. How is this going to work out? I can stream it, and then you can watch my stream and be on the Discord. Oh, that'd be fun. And I'll just sit in the pits. Make up a special livery for a car that's just like a camera car. Put like the big SRS. What I want to do. And all right, Enrique. Good to see you. Thanks for putting this on and making Project Cars 2 happen. Because man, this is fun. Hey, I just realized what those shadows are. Because I saw it happen in the TV camera. Look at this. Anybody notice that? It's not going to show the same view in rewind, is it? Come on now. I saw one of the shadows happen, and it's... Look at that. There's something in the track, like it's almost like the shadow of the light pole itself on the track. Like something is casting a shadow here, but it's like fake. So it might be like the shadow of the light itself, or some like bump in the, like if there's a crease in the mesh, like in the track mesh, where the light's like getting blocked by it and it's casting an artificial shadow. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, something about the geometry of the track itself seems to be what's casting that, because the light from the car, is being blocked and reflected as if there's something sitting there. Did I already miss it? I already missed it. It's not showing the same angle. Like I rewind and it's a different camera angle. Anyway. $425. Meh. Nope. Anyway. Yeah, we should do a commentary, dude. That would be funny. Pick one of these races that we're just not going to be competitive in, and then just like start and park it and do commentary. That would be funny. We could do it for the 2.4 hour. We could do it for the Nordschleife race for GT3 America. I mean, I want to do my one lap just to get points. But then after that, I'll be like, screw it. Let's just sit in the pits and laugh at other people. Or watch people who actually know what they're doing. I think that would be way more fun. I mean, who knows? If I'm at the end of the first lap and I'm actually not terrible, then maybe I'll keep driving. But, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, if I ever have a situation like I did on Saturday night where I'm just like, I can't do this, you know, instead of just dumping out, I can just go to the pits and still enjoy the race, just do commentary for the people who are actually decent. I think that'd be a good idea. But anyway, as usual, we've just spent an hour and 20 minutes talking about a 20-minute race. That was super fun. Really enjoyed that. What replay did I not get from this season? I'm missing a replay. Oh, Coda. And I know why I'm missing that replay, because it was terrible. It was just me and 2 other people and a host of AIs that were killing us. Like, actually going out of their way to kill us. Yeah, I wish I had the budget for a Fanatec rig, too. I can barely afford to spell it. Anyway, but that's Project Cars 2. Fantastic game. So glad it's on SRS. Like, I mean, I feel like a little bit of a hypocrite because I haven't played it enough. Like, I haven't actually joined any races other than my own series. But, it's a good game. And you know, I've had it for a while, and now I've had the excuse to jump into it. And, I'm glad I did. This is really fun. I might actually, you know, play it outside of SRS too, but if I have any time for that. But yeah, let's get another season together. And I don't know if I can commit to every week. But I mean, you know, look at there's nothing wrong with the selection for this season. You got Skippies, you got GTE, you got TCR, GT4 regionals. Those are good cars. Fun racing. 0 registrants in any of the races. Hey, that was a good bump for my rating. That was almost a whole point. Nice. And another top 3 finish. Yay! Let's take a look at the standings. Largely irrelevant since only 3 races were run by humans. 2,000 hours in all your sims, yeah. I think I'm about to hit 3,000 in Fallout. That's a little crazy. Why are there only 5 names here? Oh no, Gene, what? Did you quit? Did you quit before the host quit? Gene? No, where'd you go? No, I may have. No. Yes. No. Oh, dude. Wait, did you even get to the finish line when it said race complete? My rating. Well, the thing is, it doesn't even show you on here, so it shouldn't, it should... What was my... Oh, typical. I get the incident point, and Enrique doesn't. Typical. And forgot to save the replay. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, that was super fun. Let's see the human standings. Enrique takes the championship. Cheat. Cheat. Second and a third with a 4.3 incident average. Thanks, Daytona. Ugh, that was terrible. I was so disappointed in that race. After winning the Tuesday Night Lights Daytona race, I really had my hopes up for that one, and then I got caught up in that lap 1 incident, and then dorked up trying to... I was so flustered I didn't even properly repair my car. Somebody commented on that stream afterwards, like, you know, your engine was overheating and you only opened your brake ducts. I was like, oh my god, what an idiot. That is the level of frustration and flustering that I was already in 5 weeks ago, and now life is even more complicated. Because it just doesn't stop, does it? But anyway, among the human qualified races, Enrique takes the championship with Powell second and Dave Hazard third. And were it not for that crash, I might have, I could have been a contender. Let's take a look at the AI races, if we can. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, Chrome. Don't freak out. Right. Let's take a look here. Sim. Not Sin Racing System. That would be a very different series. Can you imagine? Sin Racing System. We're all racing Diablos. Standings among human drivers in AI races. Hey, I took the AI championship. Yay. Wait, what's going on here? One of these races did not get scored in either. Zukai didn't get scored in either championship. Nobody cares about race 4. Zhuhai didn't happen. Wait, we had a human. That was a human-driven race, right? No, I'm thinking of Sakito. Zhuhai. I did run that race, right? I have a replay and everything. I wonder why it didn't get scored. Huh. Oh well. Huh. Well, anyway. Apparently, I won among human drivers by showing up both times. Gomez won the race against the AI. Oh my god. How do you do that? The AI was merciless. Yeah, sum of positions 36. I just got beaten. I got bullied by those AI cars. Especially at Coda. My goodness. I think I had like 6 incidents or something. Let me see. It was not a good race. Yeah, it just didn't show up at all. That's crazy. Yeah, all the AI drivers and then the 3 of us at the bottom. I only got scored with 2 incidents. I felt like I got more. Oh well. Hockenheim was kind of wacky too because I just could not get through. Like, it was a rain race and the AI was just crawling around, but every time I tried to pass them, they hit me. I got 6 incidents in this race. Because every time I tried to pass somebody, they just drive into me. Like I'm just fighting my way through the field one after, and every position somebody just goes doink. Oh well. Typical. This was like open lobby driving, all in a conga line, and every time I tried to go by, just boink, another incident. Oh well, anyway. Well, that concludes this season of the Ligier series for Project Cars 2. This was really fun. I love the real-time, real weather. We need to find a way to do this so that it's not always at night. I think we managed by having 2 races in Asia, but I don't know. Maybe try to find something with a... Either do the 8 o'clock time slot so that maybe Coda will have some twilight at least. Although it's getting late enough in the year that it's going to be dark there anyway. 6 weeks of Bathurst. There you go. It's the Mount Panorama-rama. I feel like we've had 6 weeks of Road Atlanta in all the various series because we've had the iRacing Petite, we've had the 2.4 hour on SRS, we've had 2 different series that went there for their normal race. Both Gene and Gamer Muscle were streaming it today on iRacing and the Skippies. It's like every single series is doing something at Road Atlanta around this time. It's like, come on, people. The winner is the one with the longest suspension. So much Road Atlanta. Yep. The spa of it. Well, I don't know. I would say Road America is the spa of the Americas. It's long, it's twisty, it's got elevation, and it's more fun. Did I say that out loud? Besides, it's Road America. You don't get more America than Road America. There you go. That's it for this season. Thanks to everybody who came out and raced and watched and heckled and encouraged. And join SRS and join the Project Cars 2 races. And go play in the rain. Go play in the dark. It's stuff that you can't do in AC on Sim Racing System. And hopefully we can also pick some cars that you can't do. Yeah, the screenshot's nice, too. I mean, this was from my practice session earlier when it was, you know, dry. Not your typical me. Well, all the thumbnails for this season have been, you know, when it's able to be dark, it's dark. It's not your typical races. I mean, it is my typical thumbnail, but it's a night race. I try to catch a nice dramatic shot of the track, and well, sometimes. Anyway, yeah, I like getting close-ups of the car sometimes, especially the McLaren. I like getting close-ups of that one because it's nice. Anyway, yeah, so that wraps up this season. Not sure what we're doing. We're actually talking on Discord earlier with Enrique about what we're going to do next season. I think maybe I might step back from doing the Tuesday sponsorship. Give Gene a turn, or that way I'll just be joining for fun and not as the obligatory sponsor. Tuesday Night Lights round 2. Sounds good to me. Pick some wacky cars. Does this thing have, like... You know what I remember watching as a kid? Remember Thursday Night Thunder on ESPN? Where they had the, like, sprint car races from Indianapolis and just random, like, World of Outlaws and stuff? Yeah. I wonder if we can do something like that in Project Cars. Or we could do Rallycross. Ooh, can't do Rallycross on AC. There you go. Anyway. So that's that for this one. We'll see what happens in Season 3. Thanks to everybody for watching. Shameless plug. Extra Life happening on the 2nd of November. I think it's like 18 days to go. Link is in the description to the donation page if you'd like to chip in a couple of bucks. Or you can wait for game day, and I should have some kind of widget working that shows things in real time. But I haven't really set any of that up yet. But this should be fun. I'll be playing all kinds of stuff, mostly sim racing, but maybe some other wacky things too. And I'll have a LA Canyon server set up all day to chill out in while we're not doing other stuff. So it should be great fun and for a good cause, and I like that. But for now, it's now an hour and a half for a 20-minute race, and it's about time I did something else. So thanks again. Clicky, likey, subscribe, whatever, and go join some Project Cars 2 races, and you know, let Enrique enjoy the fruits of his labor getting this integration to work, because it's pretty great. And on that bombshell, good night, everybody.